Hello everyone, this is Dr. Suman from AJIT Mangalore. Today we'll be solving some numericals on the concept of moment of inertia. We have seen how to derive the moment of inertia for different geometrical figures, different shapes. We have already derived it. So today we'll move on to solving problems. So when you take any figure, first thing you have to decide or identify is the reference axis. I have told you about reference axis in the previous videos. It is the axis which you are taking as a reference from where you are calculating the centroidal distances. Okay. If the moment of inertia of the given figure is to be computed about any given axis, then select that axis itself as the reference axis. Okay. In general, usually if it is a symmetrical figure, you choose the axis which is about its symmetry as the reference axis. If for example it is an unsymmetrical figure, then you may consider the left extreme or the bottom extreme of the figure as the origin. For example, in this figure, the figure is symmetrical about the y-axis. Okay, so you can consider this axis as reference axis here, whereas the figure is unsymmetrical about the x-axis. It is not same on the top and the bottom portion, so it is not symmetrical about x axis. So I will consider another axis, that is 1 axis, as the reference axis. Okay, so first you have to identify that reference axis, then later you subdivide the compound figure into number of geometrical shapes which of known centroids. That is, even in the centroid problems you have done, you have split up the entire ensemble into number of smaller geometrical components, found out the centroid for each of the figures separately, correct? Then you clubbed up everything to find out the centroid of the entire figure of the total area. Now, like how we used to solve in the centroid, do it systematically by drawing a tabular column. Write down how many components you have split up into: rectangle 1, triangle 2. Likewise, how many components are involved, please list out all. After that, find out the respective shapes area. Then move on to find out what is its x distance from the reference axis, what is its y distance from the reference axis. Just multiply the area with the x distance, area with the y distance, and write it here. Then sum up all the ax distance, ay distance. This will be helpful in finding out the a x bar and y bar, correct? Next, find out what is the area into x square distance. Why we need this ax squared and ay squared is to find out the ix bar, right? Then here we have ix bar, separate formula for each of the figures, that is ix bar we derive for each of the figures, right? So this ax squared and ay squared will be helpful for you here to calculate using the parallel axis theorem. When you calculate I11, it will be helpful for you, ay squared, ax squared. Whereas ix bar, we have separate formula for rectangle if it is bd cube by 12. Same way, iy bar is db cube by 12. You know, we have derived for all the geometrical shapes this ix bar. Sum up summation ax squared, sum up ay squareds, ix bars, iy bars, you sum up, even sum up this. This will be using here to find out x bar and y bar. Summation ax divided by summation a. Summation a comes from the total area of all the components, individual components area. You club up and find out what is summation a. Likewise, you found out x bar and y bar, centroid of the figure. Then find out the moment of inertia of the given compound figure on the x reference axis using parallel axis theorem. We know this is the formula. This can also be written as I11 is equal to ix bar plus a y bar square. So when you calculate I11, first you calculate summation of all the moment of inertia forces, okay, individual moment of inertia forces, which you will get from this. Moment of inertia for each rectangular component summation is this summation Ix bar plus A into Y squared summation, that is got from this one, summation Ay squared, will give you the moment of inertia about axis 1, 1. Then this you will be resubstituting over here and finding out what is Ix bar. Ix bar, from you substitute this value in this equation and find out what is Ix bar for the entire figure using the entire figure's y bar distance for the total figure. Okay, so you can find out what is the moment of inertia of the compound figure about the centroidal x-axis. Similarly, compute the moment of inertia of the given compound figure on the y reference axis using parallel axis theorem. So, if there is a 2 axis, as you saw in the derivation, for I22 we have Iy bar plus Ax bar. So, this can also be written as I22 is equal to summation Ix bar summation Ay squared, where Ix summation Ixy is this one, summation Ax squared is this one. Okay, so from there you can find out what is I22 similar to this equation I am talking about. So then after that you can find out Iy bar is equal to I22 minus Ax square. Okay, when you solve the problem you will understand it more clearly. We'll take up the first problem, which says determine the moment of inertia of the unequal I section about the centroidal axis as shown. So this is your centroidal axis, this is your I section, which consists of 3 rectangles. Okay, you will have to split it into 1, 2 and 3 by dividing it over here, that is 200 into 10. First one is a rectangle here, second one is also rectangle, third one is also rectangle here. So it is first area is 200 into 10, 2000. Now y distance, x column is missing here. Why x column is missing here? Because it is figure is symmetrical about the y axis, so there is no question of x distance here. That is why this is missing. Correct? In this figure, the moment of inertia about the y by axis directly has to be found out, which could be found out by using the formula directly Iy bar, writing dv cube by 12. Okay, but it is not symmetrical about the x-axis axis, that is why I will be taking a reference axis 1, 1 here. Okay, only for this I will be taking the reference axis 1, 1. From here you will be calculating the y distances. Okay, so for the first figure, for rectangle, 200 into 10 is the area. CG will be lying over here somewhere. So with respect to axis 1, 1, what is this total distance? Total distance is 10 plus 300 plus 10 by 2, correct? So 10 plus 300 plus 10 by 2, which is 315. So this point is at a distance of 315 from 1, 1 axis, correct? Next you multiply a into y, this into this here, ay into again y, ay square. Then find out Ix bar for rectangle, bd cube by 12, 210 cube by 12, db cube by 12. Find out what it is. You got Ix bar and Iy bar for this particular rectangle. Next move on to next figure. Here you have cut it. So it is 300 into 10. This distance is 300 given. 300 into 10 is area is 3000. What is the y distance of this rectangle from 1, 1 axis? 1, 1 axis is a reference axis. So say 10 plus 300 by 2. This whole is 300. CG will lie over here. So it is half of 300. CG of a rectangle will lie at the midpoint of its depth. So it is 10 plus 300 by 2 is 160. Third rectangle is this one, which is 10 depth, 300 width, 300 into 10, 3000. Where is the CG lying? Here, 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Now for both, find out AY, area into y squared. Area into y squared will get here. Sum up everything. The summation of this one, summation of this one. Why you need summation of this? To find out y bar. Summation of AY divided by area will give you 140.625 millimeter, which is the y bar distance. Okay, which is the y bar distance from axis 1, 1. Next one is Ix bar. Formula you have put here and substituted. Same formula for all the cases here. Ix bar, because it is all three are rectangles. So it is BD cube by 12. So much. BD cube by 12. So much. Whereas in the case of Iy bar, it is DB cube by 12. For all three, same formula, because all three are rectangle. Further, do the summation of this one. Do the summation of Iy bar. Now I have from the parallel axis theorem, to find out the moment of inertia about the point 1, 1, I'll have to use summation of Ix bar, because I do not know what is the moment of inertia about the x bar, about the xx axis. You do not know. So you cannot, from where will you substitute this formula? Instead, you sum up all the Ix bars here. So summation Ix bar is this much. So substitute here, plus summation Ay squared. Summation Ay squared is this summation. Substitute over here, summation Ay squared. Thus you will find out the moment of inertia about the point 1, 1. This one you will find out. So it is so much. Now from this summation I11, I can find out what is Ix bar. That is summation Ix bar is equal to I11 minus A into y bar square. Okay. So you please substitute the value of I11 and minus A, total area 8000 into y bar. Into y bar is 140. Y bar we have found it as 140.625, square of that. So you will get Ix bar lying here. Iy bar is directly the summation of the different elemental strips here. Moment of inertia of all the components. Okay, that is this much. Same answer, because this is symmetrical about the y-axis. So we'll move on to the next problem. Find the moment of inertia along the horizontal axis and the vertical axis passing through the centroid of the section. So this is somewhere is the centroid of the section. The figure is symmetrical about the y-axis. Therefore, the centroidal y-axis coincides with the reference axis. Therefore, x bar is equal to 0. Therefore, this itself is the reference axis, centroidal axis as well as the reference axis. Therefore, x bar is equal to 0. Now, the moment of inertia about the centroidal axis xx, about the axis xx, it is not symmetrical about the xx axis. So, I will consider a reference axis 1, 1 here. At the bottommost corner, I will consider a reference axis 1, 1. So, I11 is equal to Ix bar plus Ay bar square. We do not know Ix bar. So, I will write it as summation Ix bar. That is summation Ix bar plus Ay squared. This one. So, from there I will find out what is I11, and from that minus total area into y bar distance. I will find out. You will get Ix bar. Ix bar is the moment of inertia about the x-axis axis. So I go to tabulating the values, that is components. How many components are there? 3 components. I split it into one rectangle, two rectangle and third rectangle. So first rectangle area is 400 into 50, that is 20,000. Second rectangle is 600 into 50, that is 30,000. Third rectangle is 200 into 75, that is 15,000. Sum up everything, the area comes up to 65,000. Now the distance y. Y is the distance measured from the reference axis 1, 1. Okay, for the first rectangle, that is 75 plus 600 plus 25. Okay, 75 plus 600 plus 50 by 2, 25. Second one is 75 plus 600 by 2. Because this is rectangle for which the centroid will lie at d by 2 distance. So it is 75 plus 600 by 2. Next one is this rectangle whose centroid will lie somewhere here at the midpoint of the depth, 75 by 2. So 75 by 2. Now calculate area into y again, a into y, ay square. Go on calculating for each rectangle, ay and ay square, ay and ay square. Sum up each one. I need summation ay for calculating y bar, that is I need this y bar, right? So summation ay I need divided by summation a. Next one is this summation you make. Later go for moment of inertia, summing up all three you add, summation I y bar you add. Y bar is nothing but summation ay divided by summation a. You will get it as 397.0108. That is from 1, 1 axis it is lying somewhere here. Correct? It is 397.108 mm. Next one is I11 bar. I11 bar is equal to summation Ix bar, which is from here, summation Ix bar plus a y square plus a y square. You will get it as so much. Now I got I11. From here I can calculate Ix bar. I11 is this value minus area is 65,000. Y bar is 397.108 whole square, because it is y bar square. 65,000 into y bar square. So reducing this to 4.69 into 10 raised to 9 millimeter to the power 4. So I got Ix bar so much. How about Iy bar? Iy bar, here it is. Since it is symmetrical about the y axis, Iy bar of this axis will be directly summation of all this value. 322,916. 322, there is a mistake here. 2 has gone this side, 2 should come here, 9 this side. So you will get Iy bar. Okay. We'll move on to the next problem. Now we saw two problems where the reference axis you saw, centroidal axis sometimes pass through the middle of the figure. Now here there is a problem. Determine the moment of inertia about the PQ and AB of the plane lamina shown in figure. Determine the moment of inertia about PQ and AB of the plane lamina shown in figure. See, here you can see a little bit is covered, sorry for that. there is a semicircle whose radius is given as 25 mm. There is a rectangle whose side is given as 50 mm, and there is a triangle with the base of 25 plus 25 50 mm. This is 50 mm. It is at a distance of 50 mm from PQ. It's at a distance of 100 mm from AB. Correct? So we are supposed to find out the moment of inertia about AB and PQ of the plane lamina. This is similar to our reference axis I11. So this becomes your I11. This is nothing but your I22. So formula still remain the same. Should adopt the same procedure. Now this figure is not symmetrical about x or y axis. So simply split the known geometrical shapes, that is, one is semicircle, one rectangle and one more triangle. So this rectangle is 50 plus 50, 100 by 50. Correct? 100 by 50. And it is, next one is semicircle. Semicircle is how much? Pi r squared by 2. Correct? Area is pi r squared by 2. What is r? R is 25. This is a semicircle here, okay? So pi r squared by 2. Find out the area. Third one is triangle. Half into base into height. Half into 50 into 50. 50 is the height. 1250 you got. Now I have to calculate the x distances and the y distances. I am supposed to calculate the x distance and the y distance. For the semicircle, from the reference line AB, what is the distance? This is 100 plus somewhere here your semicircle CG will lie somewhere over here, right? But we don't have a direct formula to find out what is this distance of CG, correct? But we have got the formula for this distance. Which distance? That is, for if any semicircle is there, then up to this point, from this point to this point, it is 4r by 3 pi. So what I will do? 100 plus 25 minus 4r by 3 pi, because I have to reach this point. X is from this point to this point is the x distance. So it is 100 plus, I do not know this direct formula, so but this side formula I know, 4r by 3 pi. So it is 25 minus 4r by 3 pi, 4r by 3 pi. So for the simplifying, you will get 135.61. Okay, that is about x for the semicircle. Next, coming to this rectangle, this whole rectangle I have taken, right? That is 100 into 50. For rectangle, the CG will lie at the middle. So it is 100 divided by 2, which is 50. So from here, it is 100 plus 25 plus 50. Somewhere here is the CG. Okay. So write down that 100 plus 25 plus 50. Okay, because this whole rectangle is 100, this side breadth. So 100 divided by 2 is 50. So here it is 50. Okay. Next, coming to the triangle. Triangle is over here. What is its x distance from this reference axis? This is the reference axis. It has got a x distance from here to midpoint. So it is 100 plus 25 plus 50 plus from this side to this point. It is how much? It is middle of this. That is centroid of this rectangle, no? Of this triangle. It will be this point. CG will lie here. So what is the distance? 25. Correct? So it is 100 plus 25 plus 50 plus 25, which will come up to 200. Okay. Whereas in the case of y, we are dividing it by, the CG will lie here, right? So it is, for the case of y, it will be this distance from PQ to this point. Correct? So it will be 50 plus 50 plus 1/3 of this distance, correct? So it is 50 plus 50 is 100. 1/3 of 50 is 16.66. So this should have been 100 here. So it is nothing but 116.66 for triangle y distance. What about the y distance of semicircle? Of semicircle, y distance will be from PQ to reaching the midpoint. Okay. So middle point of this will be from this point to here 25. 25 plus 50, 75 plus. Correct? Semicircle, CG will be lying in the middle. What is the radius? 25. So this side also 25 plus 50 is nothing but 75. Rectangle is CG will be somewhere in here middle. So it is 50 by 2. 25 plus 50 is 75 for rectangle. Rectangle I already told you. Area into x here. Area into x all filled in this column for each figure. Area into y is filled in this column. Instead of writing 10 raised to 3 here in each column row, they have written it for the entire column here. Okay. So AY x into x, you will get ax square, summation of that value ay square, that is ay into y, ay square, summation of that value, summation of the area, all three areas. See, you may notice all are in the, it is above the first quadrant of the reference axis. So all are taken as positive here, correct? Y distances and the x distances. So just sum it up and move on to the formulas to calculate Ix bar and Iy bar. Okay. I couldn't accommodate this in the previous page. That is why I have brought it to the next page. For semicircle, what is the formula for Ix bar? Look into your derivations. It is pi r to the power 4 divided by 8. When there is a reference axis here. Okay. So it is pi r to the power 4 by 8. You got this answer because radius is 25. Next, Iy bar is 0.11, 25 to the r to the power 4. Substituting the radius, you get Iy bar. Okay. Next one is the 0.11 r to the power 4 because it is lying in the here diametrical axis, correct? Y bar lies here. X bar, Ix bar for rectangle 2 is BD cube by 12. B for the rectangle 2. For the rectangle 2 is 100 D cube 50 cube, 100 into 50 cube by 12. Okay, here it is D cube B by 12. Okay, next coming to the triangle, here with the reference to the Ix bar is BD cube by 36, whereas here in the case of Iy bar for this triangle, it is found to be DB cube by 48 for the triangle, Okay. So please remember the formula here. When the reference axis was AB, the y was different, right? the IY bar was different, whereas here reference axis is PQ. We found it is DBQ by 48. So sum up everything and substitute in the formula similar to that of the reference axis I11, IPQ and IAB, which is equal to summation of IX, because parallel to the x axis is PQ. So it is Ix bar, somewhere here it passes the centroidal axis, Ix bar plus summation AY square from here 50.661, okay, and Ix bar is from here 1.369 into 10 raised to 6 plus from the previous page, this one you will get IPQ, moment of inertia about PQ, as 52.03 into 10 raised to 6. IAB is equal to summation IY bar plus summation AX square. What is summation IY bar? It is this one, 4.34, and summation AX squared is from here 215.971. So in this way we found out the moment of inertia about the point PQ and AB, which is not at the base of this, which is at a distance of 50 mm. This is at a distance of 100 mm. So the reference axis given to you can be anywhere. It can be anywhere parallel to x and y axis. From there you are supposed to find out about that, you are supposed to find out the moment of inertia, that is the body is rotated about this axis or this axis. So based on that you are supposed to find out the Ix bar, Iy bar and x bar, y bar distances, everything based on that particular reference axis. Moving on to next problem. Find out the polar moment of inertia of the plane lamina about O. About O. What is polar? This is the given figure. Okay. They have given you OX axis, OY axis, and you are supposed to find the polar moment of inertia of the plane lamina about O. About O means, you know what is polar moment of inertia. It is Ix is equal to Iz bar is equal to Ix bar plus Iy bar. From the perpendicular axis theorem, you know that. So we have to arrive at this Ix bar, Iy bar, or so written as with respect to point O, Ioz bar is equal to Iox bar plus Ioy bar. So individually, you know, from parallel axis theorem, each of this can be written in terms of parallel axis theorem, that is summation Ix bar plus summation Ay square. Ioy is found out from summation Iy bar plus summation Ax square. You find out from that separately these two components and later find out what is the polar moment of inertia, that is about the z-axis. So coming to the problem, they have already fixed the reference axis. So I need to find out how many objects are there or how many shapes are there. There are some cutouts also. We have solved some cutoff, shaded area, centroid we have found out. So these has to be cut off, which is not shaded, you have to be cut off. This is a irregular lamina here. I'll have to convert it into, convert in the sense, I have to imagine that there are rectangles and triangles and just cut off this quarter circle and the circle. So I will basically consider four figures, that is one full rectangle which is having 300, this is quarter circle is 100 mm, okay, 100 mm plus 300, 400 mm into 300 mm, that is this is 150, this is 100, so it is 250, 400 into 250 is the area of the entire rectangle. Next one is I will remove this, cut off this triangle from here. Second, that is half into base into height. This triangle is a cut off portion. Here there should be a negative sign. So because you are cutting off this portion from this entire rectangle. So cutoffs are triangle, circle and the quarter circle or the quadrant 4. It has to be negative sign here. Negative sign here. From the entire rectangle area, we will have to subtract this. You will get it as 62.744 into 10 raised to 3. Circle, you know, area is pi r square, which is r is 40 mm. So, you will get so much. Quadrant is pi r squared by 4, correct? Half of semicircle also, again with the minus sign. So, these all three have to be deducted from the main rectangle. All are cut off portions. Similar problems were solved in the centroid, right? Cut off problems. Next, for each figure, I will have to calculate the x distance. So, from this OY, what is the x distance? For the rectangle, you know always it is b by 2. So, it is 400 by 2 x distance. Whole thing is 400 by 2, 200. Triangle, here will be the CG at a distance of 1/3 of the base. How will you find out this base? This whole is 400, up to here it is 75. So, this is 325. 1/3 of 325. 1/3 of 325. Next one is circle. Circle is here. It is at a distance of 75. CG of this is at a distance of 75 from this place. So, I know whole is 400. CG of the circle will always be at the center, diametrical center. So, this if I subtract 75, I will get this remaining distance, which is 400 minus 75 is 325. Quadrant is from Y, somewhere here it will lie the x distance. So, it is 4r by 3 pi. So, it is 4r by 3 pi. Coming to y distances, for quadrant it is still the same. Point somewhere lies here in the quadrant. So, this also 4r by 3 pi. So, same thing will appear here. For this circle, again it is at the midpoint. So, this is 150 and this up to here it is radius of the quadrant is 100. So, it is 100 for this circle. And for triangle, it is the y distance from this point to this point. Okay. So, if it is this point, that means from here O to here it is 100. 100 plus you should reach till here, that is 2/3 of this distance, 2/3 of 150, correct? 2/3 of 150. 100 plus 2/3 of 150. 100 plus 2/3 of 150. 150 is this whole length. Okay. So, you get it as 200. Now, find out what is AX, then AX squared. Find out what is AY, then AY squared. Substitute here. Take the summation of area, summation of AX, AY, summation of AX squared, summation of AY squared. We need this to calculate the IOX, moment of inertia about the OX axis and OY axis. We need these. So, coming to summation, coming to Ix bar of each component. For rectangle it is BD cube by 12. For triangle it is BD cube by 36. And for circle it is minus pi r to the power 4 by 4. Look back into your derivation. Please practice and it should be at the tip of your fingers, all the formulas. Quadrant it is minus 0.055 into r to the power 4. Actually it is 0.11 r to the power 4, but divided by 2 we have, okay, we saw in the derivation. So, you will get it as so much answer. These three are negative. Why? Because we are subtracting it So summation of that, you will get so much. Next one is I y bar. I y bar is d b cube by 12 for rectangle, db cube by 36 for triangle, and circle it is same. Okay, I y bar also is same. For quadrant also it is same. Then sum up everything, find out what is IOX. Summation IX bar, this one, plus summation AY square. Summation of AY square, 0.524 into 10 raised to 9. Into 10 raised to 9, 0.524 into 10 raised to 9. Add this, you will get so much, that is IOX. Substitute here. Similarly, IOY, summation IY bar is this one, 11.828 into 10 raised to 8, plus summation AX squared. AX squared is this one, 3.169 into 10 raised to 9. So, you will get 4.351 into 10 raised to 9. Both, adding both, you will get moment of inertia, polar moment of inertia, that is IOZ, you will get from this problem. Next problem, determine the moment of inertia of the plane lamina about the x-axis. X-axis is given as this. This is the x-axis axis. This is a given figure which has a triangle, which has a circle and a rectangle. However, if you remove this cut off portion, non-shaded it is, so it is a cut off portion. So you will be remaining with the moment of inertia of the shaded area. Okay, now let us start with the rectangle. Consider this rectangle whose sides are 150 by 100 mm, so it is 15,000 area. Triangle is 100 into 120 into divided by 2, half into base into height, 6,000. Third one is the circle. You have to subtract it, so because it is a cut off portion, so it is minus pi r square. R is how much? Radius is 25. So substitute here, subtract the circle. So you will get it as summation A as 19,036.505. Y distances has to be measured from this x axis. Okay, so in the case of rectangle, it is above x axis, so it is for rectangle depth by 2, 150 by 2, which is 75. But triangle is on the other side of the x axis, so the CG will be lying somewhere here. Total depth is 120 divided by 3 if your CG has to lie here. Whereas it is lying below the x-axis, that is the negative x-axis, minus 3, minus 40 you will get it as. Okay. The next one is the circle. This circle whose y distance from x-axis is nothing but 75. It is written as 75. Then find out what is area into y, area into y square. Okay, and Ix bar is, this figure is symmetrical about the y axis, and moreover they have not asked you, they have asked you only about the moment of inertia about the x axis. So that is why only Ix bar I am considering. Okay. However, if Iy bar was asked, this is symmetrical about the y axis, so no need of considering any other axis as reference axis. Consider this itself as reference axis. Directly find out Iy bar here. Summation of that itself gives you the moment of inertia about the y axis. Now here they have asked you only moment of inertia of the lamina about the x axis. Therefore, you may write the formula Ix bar is equal to summation Ix plus summation Ay squared. That way you will get the moment of inertia about the x axis. So we'll move on to the next problem, that is find the moment of inertia of the shaded area about an axis normal to the symmetrical axis. Which is a symmetrical axis here? This arrow has the center as the symmetrical axis. About moment of inertia about an axis normal to the symmetrical axis. So the reference axis is normal to the symmetrical axis. So I will consider it on the left extreme end. Okay, and find out what is the I22 about an axis normal to the symmetrical axis. Find out what is I22 as well as find out what is Iy bar. So how many geometric shapes are there in this entire component? I will consider 3. One is the entire rectangle. One more is the triangle here. Another one is the smaller rectangle, which is the cut off portion. I will have to subtract it from the entire ensemble. So this is 20, 20 plus 20, 40, 40 plus 20 is, when you go to the finding the rectangle area, it is 20, this whole thing is 20 and into 70, which is equal to 1400. So if you look here, I think here there is a mistake. This should have been 30 mm because when you consider the cutoff portion of the rectangle, that is 30 into 10 it's given. So please note down, this is 30 mm. So accordingly you have to calculate the x distance. Okay, so if this is 30 plus 20 plus 20, which is 70. 20 into 70, 1400. Therefore, this whole rectangle area is 1400. Then coming to triangle, half into base into height. This is half the portion is 20. From here to here it is symmetrical. So you may take it as 20 here. 20 plus 20, it is 40, half into 40 into 20 is the depth. So it is half into base into height, 400 you will get. Next one is the cutoff portion, 30 into 10. So minus 30 into 10 minus 300, summation of the area 1500. Next coming to the x distances. X distance of this rectangle is whole is 70. It will be at the center of 70 by 2, that is 35. Triangle is here, whose distance CG will be lying here. So from 2 to what is the CG of the triangle? This is whole is 70. 70 plus this distance is 1/3 of the depth, 1/3 of 20. Okay, so 76.667 and rectangle is 30. So center point is somewhere here. So this distance is 20. 20 plus 30 by 2. This is 30. 30 by 2, 15, which is equal to 35. So multiply the area into x, ax, area into 2 times x, this one ax square. Likewise for all the figures you find out what is ax square. And coming to Iy bar, why we are going for Iy bar? Because we are supposed to find the moment of inertia of the shaded area about an axis normal to the symmetrical axis. Symmetrical axis is x axis here, whereas we want moment of inertia about 2. So it is in the y direction, that is why Iy bar. Okay, Iy bar. So we know the formula db cube by 12, db cube by 36 for triangle Iy bar, and for rectangle again db cube by 12. Okay, so sum up all the moment of inertias and Now from this summation AX, what can I find? Summation AX divided by summation A gives me X bar, the centroidal distance for the entire figure with respect to 2, 2. Moment of inertia about 2, 2, that is I 2, 2 is equal to summation of I Y bar. Here it should have been I Y bar. Okay. Plus A summation A into, that is summation A is nothing but AX squared, this one 3.66699 into 10 raised to 6. So 558.056 into 10 raised to 3 plus 3.699 into 10 raised to 6. So you will get it as so much, that is I22. Now find out I Y bar, which is equal to this value minus total area is 1500 into Y bar square, X bar square. Correct? When it is IY, X bar will come into picture. When it is IX bar, Y bar will come into picture. So you found out what is IY bar. That is the moment of inertia of the axis which is normal to the symmetrical axis. Okay. Next problem. Calculate the moment of inertia about the vertical centroidal axis. Calculate the moment of inertia about vertical centroidal axis of the plane lamina shown in figure. So they have asked the moment of inertia about the y centroidal axis, which is also symmetrical. About this axis, the figure is symmetrical, not about the x-axis. And they have not asked you about x-axis also, they have asked you only about the vertical centroidal axis. So when I told you, whenever the figure is symmetrical about the y-axis or any axis, it is symmetrical, then directly we can write these values, say in this problem I believe. So we can, previous we solved one problem where we directly wrote IY bar as, in this problem. When the moment of inertia is required on a symmetrical axis, then IY bar is directly summation of IY bar. Similarly, in this case now, in our problem, I need only summation of IY bar. So I can find out what is IY bar for each figure, dB cube by 12, because all are rectangles here. I can consider this as one rectangle, this 120 by this width 80, correct? 80 as one rectangle, this whole as one more rectangle, and this cut out portion as minus dB cube by 12. So I can find out the IX bar, IY bar for each of the component and just cut off this small portion of IY bar, so that I get directly IY bar. So no need of finding out the area and all, because it is symmetrical about this axis. Directly I need to find only so much. Okay. So find out, substitute for each, d1 b1 cube divided by 12, that is d depth 40 into this distance, and this is equal 40 cube by 12. This whole is 20 plus 40 plus 20, that is 80 plus into 120. D is 120, B is 80 cube divided by 12 minus D is 40, B is 40 cube divided by 12. You will get 5.12 into 10 raised to 6 millimeter to the power 4. That is the moment of inertia about the vertical centroidal axis of the plane. Okay. Next problem. Compute the moment of inertia of the area shown in figure about the axis AB. So they have told you about this axis only, you have to find out the moment of inertia. So this is our I11 sort of problem. I11 is equal to Ix bar plus summation Ix bar plus summation A into y square. Okay, so instead of I11 I am having IAB here. So go systematically, find out how many geometrical shapes I can find in this. One is the triangle, I can take it, this whole as triangle. This is 30 millimeter radius semicircle is given. So this is 30, this is 30, total is 60. So half into 80 into 60 is one triangle I got. So 2400 is the area of the triangle. Next one is the semicircle with the radius 30. Which area formula is pi r square by 2. Okay, so though it is lying below the x-axis, minus sign will come only in the y distance, not in the area. Area where minus sign will come, where only the cutoff area you are doing, only for that you are getting minus. Okay, so this circle, what is the area of the circle? Pi r square. Pi r square, that is pi into 20 is the radius, so it is r square. So minus 2256.637. Sum it up, only this is minus here, you will get 2557.079 is the total area. Next, I need only about the axis AB. So about the axis AB, what is measured? Only y distance is measured. So y distance for the triangle, here somewhere the CG of this triangle will be lying. So here means 1/3 of depth, 1/3 of 80 is 26.67. Y distance of the semicircle from this point till here somewhere 4r by 3 pi. So it is lying negative x-axis, negative y-axis, so it is minus 4r by 3 pi. Circle CG lies somewhere here, and the centroidal axis is passing, the reference axis is passing through the centroidal axis of the circle. So I don't have a y distance, so y distance is 0. They both are coinciding, so y distance is 0. So simply find out what is AY for each figure, find out what is AY square for each figure, do the summation of each column, find out what is Ix bar. When I need to find out with respect to x-axis, it comes Ix bar. Moment of inertia is Ix bar, correct? So it is summation of Ix bar I need to find out. Ix bar means BD cube by 36 for triangle. For semicircle it is 0.11 r to the power 4, and for circle it is pi r to the power 4 by 4. Why minus here? Because area is minus, even the here this is the cutoff portion, so this is also minus here. So sum up everything and find out what is the summation of Ix bar. So you will get summation Ix bar plus summation Ay square, substitute here, find out what is IAB, moment of inertia about point AB. So that is what was asked in the problem. So please see what is asked in the question, about which axis they have asked you the centroidal axis. Based on that, choose the reference axis and see whether the centroidal axis of that given particular figure passes through the reference axis, and accordingly decide the x and the y distance. And if only along the vertical axis is asked, address only that. Along y axis, x axis it is asked, address only that. So based on what is asked in the question, please solve accordingly. I'll end this video here, and I will solve some more problems in the concept of radius of gyration in the next video. So please go through these concepts properly and practice some more problems. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.